All right. Shalom, Israel. I'm preaching officer of 1,000 Thamayam. I got with me preaching officer of 500 Akaz. And we're teaching the Isupk Sabbath day class. All right. I'm Maja. Let me stand. Just us. Y'all can sit down. Blow the horn.
Come.
Trooper Mawasa, come up and state your register.
Mawasa, Banya Howda, Banya Sharla.
Mawasa, Banya Howda, Banya Sharla.
Y'all Basham, y'all Shah Brakatha.
Y'all Bashim, y'all Shah Brakatha.
La Yasharla.
Amaja, please stand. Everybody. Saw. Upon Hakadam, it means face the east. And we're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the English. In the Hebrew.
Come. This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanau. Shabbat Shemayim. Wadash. Hayah. Shabka. Yahweh. Malakuka. Taba'ah. Watazayik. Hayah. Aisha. Baharatiza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashemayim. Natananau. Nakam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalakanaw. Kabawafinaw. Kansalakanaw. Kabawafinaw. Wala'ah. Taba'ayinaw. Banasai 1. A ball. Hawashanaw. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wala'ala.
Amen. All right, this is the Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
This is the prayer in the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushua. Baruchusha. Natananau. Hakat. Rapa'ah. Kalmadawa. Hakak. Atahar. Hamatzirayim. Hakak. Lahakrium. Hamathium. Hakak. Arakawa. Atama'ala. The Garashan. Ba'ashem. Yahushua. The water.
Amen. This is a prayer for the power in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Please give us. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
This is the Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Aharayim. Mayan. Yabaha. Azariah. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim.
Baratazah.
Alatan. Yashala.
Yashala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tzaka.
Tzaka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyunka.
Yamyunka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaga.
Yakaga.
Wairak.
Wairak.
Alayla.
Alayla.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makarai.
Makarai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athapaska.
Athapaska.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Azafka.
Azafka.
Waba'afka.
Waba'afka.
Ba'ai.
Ba'ai.
Ba'ai awalam.
All right, this is Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor
shall
sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade
The Lord is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
He shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forward
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al-Damiyalika,
Al-Damiyalika,
Al-Dakarash,
Al-Dakarash,
Al-Tashakwat,
Al-Tashakwat,
All, Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Awabika,
Awabika,
Yahama Yawam,
Yamawam,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Aimaka,
Al-Aimaka,
Yama Yawa,
Yamawa,
Sawadah,
Sawadah,
Waitha Yatazawa,
Wa'atazawa,
Al-Tazabawanika,
Al-Tazawanika,
Aramai,
Awai,
Lakawa,
Awa,
Wakakadam,
Wakaka,
Makawaya,
Wakawai,
Walazarika,
Sarika,
Shem Yashala,
Shamyashala,
Awada,
Awada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawatazawa,
Tazwa,
Laba,
Naba,
Yakadwa,
Yakab,
El Yaka,
Ayika,
Barya,
Aya,
Yakawa,
Yakawa.
Ahayla, Ahayla,
Ahayla.
Adwam,
Adawam.
Washemai,
Washema.
Alayam,
Adawam.
Mabu Abba,
Wahab.
Bagariam,
Wakaram.
Gabal,
Gabal.
Mamawam,
Malawam.
Mamalak,
Malak,
Palashah,
Palasha,
Amishabir,
Amashah,
Tazawar,
Tazawar.
Gam Yashua,
Gamashua,
Nalawa,
Alawa,
Amam,
Amam.
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Zarawai,
Sarawai,
Nabayalawat,
Abanyawat,
Selah,
Selah.
Ashalaham,
Shalom,
Kamadyan,
Kamaja,
Kasai Sarah,
Kasai Sarah.
Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Panakal,
Markal.
Koyashwan,
Yashwan,
Nashadamwa,
Nashikam,
Bayadara,
Aywa.
Hayawa,
Aywa,
Daman,
Amam.
Ladama,
Wadma.
Shayatamwa,
Shigam.
Nadaya Mabwa,
Nataya Babu.
Kara,
Kara,
Ukazabak,
Kazba,
Ukazabak,
Kazba,
Ukazazal,
Kazazal,
Manat,
Manat.
Kana Sakamwa,
Kanazikam,
Ashar,
Ashar.
Amawar,
Amawar.
Nayarash,
Nayawar.
Lalawa,
Nayawar.
Ah,
Ah.
Naawa,
Nayawar.
Alhayim,
Alhayim.
Alhaya,
Alhaya.
Shayatamwa,
Shaitam.
Kagagala,
Kagam.
Kakwash,
Kakwash.
Napanya Rawa,
Napanyawa.
Kaash,
Kaash.
Tabaira Yaira,
Ayra.
Wakalabak,
Kalaba,
Talahat,
Ayra.
Hariyam,
Haryam,
Khan,
Khan.
Theodabma,
Theodabma,
Asa Arika,
Azar,
Wabasabu Papka,
Dalsal.
Sabalaham,
Alaham,
Mala'a,
Malaa.
Panyaham,
Ayaham,
Palawan,
Palawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayawashwa.
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawah,
Yahweh,
Yabashawu,
Yamshaw.
Wayabahalawa,
Wayabaha.
Adai,
Ayah,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayapar,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabab,
Wayadawa,
Wayadawa.
Kiyafka,
Wayat.
Shamka,
Shamka.
Yahawah,
Yahweh.
Abadka,
Baraka.
Eliwan,
Alwan.
Al-Kahada Harataza.
Al-Hakda.
I give him a hand. All right, this is Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
thy enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the
have
head.
lifted up thy head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken captive counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel
May be no more
will
remembrance.
be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
But they have consulted together
With one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They are
thee.
confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom,
And the Ishmaelites.
the Israelites,
Of Moab.
Moab,
And the Hagarenes.
the Hagarenes,
Gebal.
Gebal,
And Ammon.
Ammon,
And Amalek.
and Amalek,
The Philistines.
the Philistines,
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher is also joined with them.
Asher is also joined with them.
They are hoping the children of
They have
Lot.
children the children of Lot.
Salah.
Selah,
Do unto them.
do unto them,
As unto the Midianites.
as unto the Midianites,
As to Sarah.
as to Sisera,
As to Jabin.
as to Jabin,
At the brook of
at
Kishon.
the brook of Esau,
Which perished at
which
Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the
They
earth.
came as dung for the earth.
Make their nose like a rail.
Make their lobes like the red,
And like Zee.
and like Zahid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All their princes.
all their princes,
As a bar.
as a
And
bar,
as a Munah.
as a moon,
Who said,
who say,
let us take to
let us
ourselves
take to
the
ourselves
houses of
the
Yahweh
houses of Yahweh
in possession.
in possession.
Oh, my power.
Oh, my power,
Make them like a wheel.
make them like a wheel,
As a stubble before the wind.
as they stumble before the wind,
As a fire burneth a wood.
as the fire burns the
And
wood,
as the flame set the mountains on fire.
as the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
Persecute them
with thy tempest.
with thy tempest,
And make them
and
afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with
Fill
shame.
their faces with shame,
That they may seek thy
that they may
name.
seek thy name.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord,
Let them be confounded
make them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish.
and perish,
That men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
that name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
are the most high
of the Most High,
over all the earth.
of all the earth.
All right. Sa, which means turn. Yeshavium, which means be seated.
Just like in the posh. Could you get that Google machine for me, please? Myself? So what?
Yeshavium. Okay, you want to read some Hebrew?
Nah, sir. Next week.
Next week?
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna need your blue, you got a blue Bible?
I'm coming.
I'm gonna need it, I ain't got it on my phone. Okay. We're gonna start from Numbers 26 and 1 in the Hebrew. Put it on number 26 and 1. No. I need a bigger Bible up here for him. Okay, put on Numbers 26 and 1. All right, the water. All right, this is Numbers chapter 26, verse 1 in the Hebrew. While your Aimar, Yahweh, all Mashah, wa all Allah Aizar, Ban, Aharan, Hakahan, La Amar. Verse 2. Sha Awa, Af, Ra'ash, Kal, Aidaf, Banya, that's your Allah, Maban, Aishariyam, Shana, Wama Ayala, La Bayaf, Abaf, Kal, Yataza'a, Tazaba'a, Bayashal. Verse 3. Wage the Bar Mashal, Wa Aliyah Aizar, Hakahan, Atham, Ba Irabaf, Mawa'aba, Io, Ya Radan, Ya Rakawa, La Amar. Verse 4. Maban, Aisharayam, Shana, Wa Ma'ayla, Ka Aishar, Tazawa, Yahweh, Af, Mashah, Wa Banya, Yasha'ala, Ha Getaza Ayum, Ma Arataza, Ma Tazarayum. Verse 5. Ra Awaban. It's like it. Ra Awaban. Ba Kawar. Yasha'ala Banya. Ra Awaban. Ka Nawa Slack. Ka Nawak. Ma Shapat Ka Slack. Ma Shapat Ka. Ha Ka Slack. Ha Kana Kaya. La Pawa'a. Ma Shapaktha. Ha Pula'aya. Verse 6. La Katazaran. Ma Shapaka. It's like it. Ma Shapaktha. Ha Katazara Ha Katazara Wanaya. La Karamaya. Ma Shapaptha. Ha Karamaya. Verse 7, last verse. Allah. Ma Shapaptha. Ha Awabanya. Wa Yahayawa. Pa Quad Yaham. Shalah. Looks like Shalash. Wa Arab. It's like Wa Arabai Ayam. Alap. Wa Shabai. Ma Awa. Wa Shalash Yom. All right. We're going to start from verse 1. In the English. Go ahead, read, Warrior.
Numbers 26 and 1.
Let me catch up with you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And it came to pass after the plague that the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Eleazar, Salakia, the son of Aaron, the priest, saying, take the sum of all
Stop right there. Okay. Do anybody know that the other name for Eleazar? There's another name for Eleazar in the Bible. A name y'all familiar with too.
Salakia, Lazarus.
That's right. Give him a hand.
Had me thinking about that one. Like, who was? Oh,
all right. Read on.
Verse 2. Take the sum.
I'm not telling y'all Lazarus is Eleazar. Right. I ain't trying to start another doctrine. Read.
Verse 2. Take the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel from 20 years old and upward throughout their father's house, all that are able to go to war in Israel.
When they say take a sum, it's like the people today, and at our time, when people go around and take a census of people, you know what I mean? But right now, they're taking a census of all the men that's able to fight from 20 years old and on up.
Ooh.
All right?
Okay.
This basically right here the draft.
Yeah, it's like a draft.
You know what I mean? Like the Army have a draft, same thing. All right?
And Moses and Eleazar, the priest, spake with them in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho, saying, take the sum of the people from 20 years old and upward, as the Lord commanded Moses and the children of Israel, which went forth out of the land of Egypt. Verse 5. Reuben, the eldest son of Israel, the children of Reuben, Hanok, of whom cometh the family.
Everybody know about Reuben, right? Reuben was the oldest son of Jacob. All right? Reuben, he got found sleeping with his father's one of his father's wives, and he lost his birthright. You know what I mean, being the eldest. All right, he was supposed to be the top tribe, but instead he went to Judah because of what he did. All right, read on.
Hanok, of whom cometh the family of the Hanokites of Palu, the family of the Paluites of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites of Carmi, the family of the Carmites.
Okay, now we reading about the tribe of Reuben, right? Anybody today in the class, do y'all know who the tribe of Reuben is today?
No cheating.
And I still can't read it. Well,
Oh, you was on the wall.
You're resourceful, sis. You're resourceful.
I know.
yeah. And I still can't see it.
The nasty Seminoles.
Yeah, it's the Seminoles. The Seminoles. Okay, today you'll find the Seminoles in Florida.
That's right.
All right, South Florida. No, I mean most definitely in South Florida.
Right.
And the reason why you'll find them in South Florida because America, Andrew Jackson, he pushed them from North Florida all the way down to the Everglades. And these people, the Seminoles, it was called back then like an unconquered people because no matter how much they try to get control of these Seminole Indians. They cannot get in control of them because they always hid. Know what I mean? They hid real good, man. Like they were the masters of camouflage.
That's right.
If you want to know where you get your camouflage, your arm fatigue pants from, they started the camouflage, man. Like, I mean, they started putting the paint on their face, all that, man. They were masters of disguise.
That's right.
That's why they killed a lot of them devils. Them devils ain't know where they was at. They could be in the leaves. You don't know where they at. I mean,
right.
them Seminole Indians, any Native American Indians, they was good at, killing and camouflage. They were very skilled.
That's right.
All right.
Slack you, sir.
Go ahead.
So with American soldiers, that's who they copied from then.
Yeah.
Because they wear their fatigue and they call it army fatigue. The American soldiers and stuff, and when they go to war, they hide in the trees and wear the army fatigue to blend in with nature.
Well, America started from the French. The French they started making the camouflage pants.
Okay.
But the French stole it from the Native American Indians.
Right.
And they steal everything from us. Everything they come out with, we the ones created it.
Right.
But they just put their name on it. They put their stamp on it after they destroyed us and took our stuff.
Just like I don't know if I could
Go ahead.
piggyback up what you're saying. What the sister was bringing out was heavy, but also because the Taino Indians. That's the reason that's how they was able to conquer us so well, because they took you from, just say the so-called the Puerto Rican islands and Dominican islands and stuff. They took them off from that island, transferred them over to Cuba, so they didn't know the land, they didn't know the terrain. Because once they was in that terrain, our boys was getting them. They was getting the best of them. But once they wrapped them all up, they just transported them from different islands that discombobulated them. They didn't know where they were at, so it was easy to manipulate and to put them into captivity.
And also, there's some other.
No, I said the wife.
Okay, yeah. And also, it's a shame how you got some Israelites that'll say that the Indians are not, they're not Israelites. You know what I mean? When they went into slavery before us.
That's right.
They went into slavery way before us, man. The white man put them on ships as well. All right? And a lot of us down here in Georgia and Florida, we got Indian in our family.
That's right.
I mean, and why we got Indian in our family? Because a lot of us married the Indians during slavery time. You know what I mean? And it was a time that the Indians was in slavery and they so-called got free from slavery. The white man said they were free from slavery. I think it was in 1693. And when they got so-called free from slavery, us runaway slaves, run away from the plantation, we used to go over there with the Indians and hide amongst them. And then we start, having marriages with them, and I gave you the article about this. It's called the Black Seminole. The Black Seminole. Another name for a Black Seminole. You probably heard of this. They are called the Maroons. All right. I want you to pull it up for me, Warrior, and read the article.
The Black Seminole. Okay, Con.
Let me know you got it.
Con.
You see 500 years of Seminole history. All right. But this no, that's not the one. I said that's in it too.
Black Seminole. Come on. What it says? The Black Seminoles people.
I don't see it. Okay, let me see what you got. Yeah, go ahead, read.
Con. The Black Seminoles are also called Seminole Maroons or Seminole freedmen, a group of free black and runaway slaves. The Maroons that joined forces with the Seminole Indians in Florida from approximately 1700 through the 1850s. The Black Seminoles were celebrated for their bravery and their tenacity during the Three Seminole Wars.
Three Seminole Wars. Mm-hmm.
The Native American Seminoles living in Florida were not one tribe, but many. They spoke a variety of Musqueam languages.
Okay, because the Indians, right? The Indians was in Georgia. They was in Alabama, which is the Appalachian Mountains. And also a little bit of Mississippi. The white man ran them out of there, and all of them came together under the name Seminole. The white man called them Seminole, and Seminole means wild man or savage. And that's the white man naming them. Know what I mean? And he moved them all the way to the St. Johns River. St. Johns River, I don't know if y'all heard of it, it's in Jacksonville, Florida.
Right.
All right. Andrew Jackson, Jacksonville is named after Andrew Jackson, but this damn devil, he ran the Seminole Indians further and further down south into Florida, man. All right. And now you got them living on the reservation. They so-called say that these similar Indians got a casino, but they don't own that casino. The $5 Indian own that casino.
That's right.
I read, and they are devils. Know what I mean, and the Seminoles and the Indian people, they hurting on the reservations, man. They,
right.
I mean, they out there getting high. So they going through the same thing we going through. All right, but read on.
Kamala Khan. It had formed an alliance to prevent the European settlers from expanding into their homelands. The word they used to describe themselves, Seminoles, is derived from a Creek word.
Oh yeah, and also these black Seminoles. These black Seminoles are basically the tribe of Judah, marrying the Reubenites, the Seminoles. I mean, they coming together, marrying each other, protecting each other from the white man, because the white man wanted the land that the Indians was on, and guess what? Judah helped the Seminoles keep their land by fighting against these devils, man. Because we know we was brothers, man. Don't let these devils fool you, man. Back then, we knew we was brothers too. All right, read.
Kamala Khan. The word they used to describe themselves, Seminoles, is derived from a Creek word meaning separatist or runaway. Because slavery had been abolished in 1693.
Say what again?
In 1693, he had abolished slavery.
Slavery for who? I just mentioned it. The Indians.
Kamala Khan.
All right, but let me tell you something. The white man say you free from slavery. The white man lying. Now I mean, just like he told us we were free from slavery. He was lying. All right, read.
Kamala Khan. In Spanish Florida, the territory became a
Why
safe.
I say Spanish Florida? Y'all raise your hand.
So I guess because of the conquistadors came through was down there.
Christopher Columbus.
Because of Columbus. Yeah, you right.
Spanish came and got it.
You're right.
What's his name? I think Cortez or.
Okay, yeah, you're right. The Spanish came over here, but Christopher Columbus ain't the Spanish though. Ain't mistaken. I think he. No, I don't think he's the Spanish. If I'm mistaken.
I think he was like from England or something, sir. Like English.
Nah, he's not the Spanish. I don't think he's the Spanish. But the Spanish took over Florida.
Right.
The first city in Florida is St. Augustine. I mean, that's the first city that the Spanish set up. All right, read on.
Kamala Khan. That territory became a safe haven for runaway slaves. Throughout the 18th century, many free blacks and runaway slaves went to Florida and lived in harmony with the Seminoles. Their proximity to
that's where you get neighborhoods that's called that neighborhood called Rosewood. You got Rosewood, you got Eatonsville. Some of the first black communities are down there in Florida. All right, read.
Kamala Khan. Their proximity to and resulting collaboration with the Seminoles led students of the group to refer to them as Black Indians, Black Seminoles, and eventually, especially among the scholars, Seminole Maroons or Seminole Freedmen.
Okay, now y'all know that reason why you got a lot of black people that got Indian in their family because we was amongst the Indians. I mean, we married them and stuff. And they are brothers anyway.
It's like was just happy with this article bringing out because my grandmother, even though we're from the north in Jersey City, she was born in Georgia. She's raised in Georgia. Her and my grandfather. And my grandmother was part of the Indian. She was an eminent Seminole Indian. And I had no idea because growing up in my lifetime, I'm thinking Indians are red people, white people looking. I never thought it was black. So I started growing up understanding that. Damn, my grandmother was Seminole. She had the long, straight hair, and she can drink like I don't know what. And she was mean. My grandma was mean, even though we loved being around her. She was mean as a snake. But I just found out that she was an Indian, years back. I didn't know she was a black Indian. But yeah, she grew up right in Georgia.
Right. Damn right. Also, I gave you a precept about the Reubenites. Also, the Reubenites was a mighty warriors, man. It was an army that King David had. It was like a small little militia, something like the Green Berets today that fight for the army for the United States. The Green Berets, these are special skilled fighters. I mean, and Reuben was some special skilled fighters. They was called the David's Mighty Warriors. All right. I gave the precept about it.
I'm pulling it right now.
Yeah. It's in First Chronicles.
First Chronicles?
First Chronicles chapter 11, verse 1. Go ahead and pull it from the wall.
First Chronicles 11, verse 1.
Y'all let me.
I'm getting it.
Okay.
My eyes going bad on me, sir. What Chronicles is that?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Rocky.
Yeah,
First Chronicles
I'll pull it. For
11.
Yeah, First Chronicles, chapter 11, verse 1.
I got it. This is the book. This is the First Chronicles 11 and 1. Then all Israel gathered themselves to David unto Hebron, saying, Behold, we are the bone of thy flesh.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. And moreover, in times past, even when Saul was king, thou wast he that led us.
Okay,
out.
this is the Reubenites. The Reubenites telling King David, know what I mean, that we family. When it says thy bone and thy flesh, that's saying we cousins, we family, we related, know what I mean? All right, read.
And moreover, in times past, even when Saul was king, thou was he that led us out.
Skip down to verse 10.
First Chronicles 11 and verse 10. These also are the chief of the mighty men whom David had, whom strengthened themselves with him in his kingdom, and with all Israel, to make them king, according to the word of the Most High concerning Israel.
Mm-hmm. These men fought with King David before he became king. When King Saul was king, know what I mean, these mighty men helped King David become king. Know what I mean? And they were special skilled fighters. All right, read.
This is verse 11. And this is the number of the mighty men whom David had: Jehoshaphat and Hakamonite, the chief of the captains. He lifted up his spear against the 100 slain by him at one time.
Read that again. At the end.
He lifted up his spear against 300 slain by him at one time.
This one man killed 300 people by himself. That's how bad he was. He killed 300 people. These Reubenites are something serious. They're probably doing that camouflage back then. Let's read on.
Verse 12. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, a Hohite, who was one of the three mightiest. Verse 13. He was with David at Posidemium, and there the Philistines were gathered together to battle. Where was a parcel of ground full of barley, and the people fled from the Philistines. And verse 14. And they set themselves in the midst of the parcel, and delivered it, and slew the Philistines, and Yahweh saved them by a great deliverance. Verse 15.
Okay, so it was like 30. When you serve the Lord, man, the Lord will fight for you, man, and the Lord, you know what I mean, give you power. Know what I mean? To defeat armies all by yourself, man. Right. I mean, look what he did with Moses. He had Moses split the Red Sea and kill the whole Egyptian army, man.
That's right.
When you be obedient, man, like Christ said, you can move mountains, man. What's moving mountains? You moving governments. Know what I mean? The Egyptians, there was a government. There was a nation. Mm-hmm. Their nation fell coming against the God of Israel. Know what I mean?
That's right.
You got the other one I sent you about King David? He was jumping the wall and stuff.
That's 2 Samuel.
22
and 30.
Yeah, get that.
All
right. You know you got it. You say 2 Samuel, right?
2 Samuel 22 and 30. That's some commercials.
I got it right here. You got it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's 2 Samuel 22 verse 30. For by thee I have run through a troop. By my power.
King David said, through the Lord, I ran through a troop, man. A troop is an army. Read.
By the Most High have I leaped over a wall.
King David, man, they can leap over a wall. Imagine somebody just leaping over a damn wall, man. They not climbing the wall. They just jumping over the damn wall. you gonna run for some people like that. If I see somebody leap over a wall, man, I ain't finna fight you.
You got it, bro. You got it, man.
Throw down the sword, the shield, and you got that.
You got it. You got it.
All right, so let's go back to Numbers 26 and what? What was that?
26 and 7.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Verse 7. These are the families of the Reubenites, and they were numbered of them were 40 and 3,730.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That was it, sir. That's verse 7.
We ain't got nothing but that. Okay, I'll read another. You want to read another
You good,
7?
you good, sir. You good.
All right. I'm going to read the next 7 in Hebrew. I'm going to start from verse 8. I'm going to need your phone. All right. Hebrew chapter 20, Numbers chapter 26, verse 8. Wa banya pala'awa al ya'ab. Verse 9. Wa banya al ya'ab na mawal wa the thun wa abayarum ha wa the thun wa abayarum kwa ro'aya ha aidam aishar ha tazawa ayo masha wa ayo aharan by adaf korak ba ha tazatam ayo yahawah. Verse 10. Waf puff wa the pakka ha arataza paya wa the ba la'ai a thumb wa korak ba mawaf ha aida ba akal ha ash ka mashyam wa afyam ayash wa yahayawa la nas. Verse 11. Wa banya korak la'a mathwa sa. Verse 12. Banya shemayawan la mash paktham la namal awa slaki la namal wa'al ma shapakta ha nama wa'alya la yamayan ma shapakta ha yamayanaya la yakayan ma shapakta ha yakayanaya. Verse 13. La zorak ma shapakta ha zorakaya la sha'aw ma shapakta ha sha'awya. Verse 14. Allah ma shapakta ha shemayon slagi ha shema'aynaya shan yum wa aisharayum alap wa afyathum slagi wa athayum sa. Verse 15, last verse. Banya, Gad, la ma shapakta, la taza pawan, ma shapakta, ha taza pawanya, la kagaya, ma shapakta, ha hagaya, la shanya, ma shapakta, ha shanya. All right. We're going to start from verse 8 in English. All right, go ahead, Warrior.
Okay. Numbers 26 and 8. And the sons of Palu, Eliab. The sons of Eliab, Nemuel, and Dathan, and Abiram. This is that Dathan and Abiram which were famous in the congregation, who strove against Moses and against Aaron and the company of Korah.
Okay, we went over this about a month ago or 2 months ago. It was a company of Reubenites that came against Moses. They were telling Moses that he shouldn't be doing all the priesthood. Him and the sons of Aaron should have all the priesthood to themselves. And they want Moses to share the office with them, and Moses wasn't having it. And Moses prayed to the Lord. The Lord heard Moses, because Moses down with the Lord. You know what I mean? And when he heard Moses, he swallowed up. He made the earth swallow up these people. I mean, an earthquake happened, and the earth put these people in the dirt, man, by messing around with Moses. All right? And read on.
When they strove against the Lord. And the earth opened up her mouth and swallowed them up together with Korah. When that company died, what time the fire devoured 250 men, and they became a sign.
Mm-hmm. And we be out there at camp. We be warning our people, man. Don't come up here and think you're just gonna put your hands on us.
Right.
Think you're just gonna get an easy win.
Yeah.
The video from, I think it was last week, the lady
Gosh,
was crazy with the leaf.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I saw
Oh,
that.
yeah.
No, shaking.
Oh, she
She was shaking it up.
Right.
Shaking.
Con.
Back there like it's drop it like it's hot.
Crazy.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
first you want to be a stripper,
Yeah.
then she turned to a gangbanger talking about GD.
Yeah.
GD. I'm like, what you want to be? Well, can't be both.
Demons.
Everything right what y'all
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
like, about her. She proved everything right.
That's
like,
right.
You know the first thing she came up beside me, right? When she first started talking. And she just see black men out there that she never seen before in masculinities and greatness, and her demonic dragon soul can take to
They
see
came
strong black
out.
men out there raising their voice.
Yeah.
Just like that, out of nowhere.
Yeah, they used to black man being low. She just black man talking low to her.
Yeah.
She didn't like that.
Don't come.
So the first thing she said is, how many of y'all out there taking care of y'all kids? Y'all deadbeat dads and all that. And then
Cat going.
Cap,
Yeah.
that's right, Cap went to crushing her.
He would end.
He
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Righteousness. He
He
would
went to
end.
crushing her. And then she started pop locking and dropping it.
Because she didn't have anything else to say.
Yeah, I know. All she could do was pop lock and drop it. In front of Cassiar. Cassiar like, no. Cassiar like, no, man, back up.
Cause I said, them days are over, them strip clubs are over them days.
Yeah, right, man. But don't think you gonna come run up on us
Right.
and you just gonna swing and we gonna turn the other cheek. I mean, we know what that verse really means.
Yeah.
All right. You ain't gonna just run up on us and try to put your hands on us and think we Christian. We
Not Christian.
No, we gonna fight back. And the Lord might do something to you when you leave us. I mean, because we are the Lord chosen.
That's right.
All right. So be careful when you mess with the priest of the Lord, man.
Right.
All right.
Excellent video. Excellent video.
All right. Read on.
Verse 11. Notwithstanding, the children of Korah died not. The sons of Simeon, after their families, of Nemuel, the family of the Nemulites, of Jamin, the family of the Jaminites, of Jachin.
Okay. Who know about the tribe of Simeon? Who's the tribe of Simeon today?
Isn't that Dominicans?
Give her a hand. All right. What was the tribe of Simeon known for? What did they do in the Bible?
I'm not sure if you're referring to him and another brother, Simeon.
Yeah, you know where I'm going.
Okay, come on.
Go ahead.
Well, it was Simeon
Go ahead, say
and the Dominican, the Levites.
Right.
They came together because one of the people that with the tribes, another nation, raped their sister,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, okay, you can marry our sister, but I want you to do first is to get circumcised. All the men to get circumcised, and they agreed to it. If you get all circumcised, you can have my sister. So they got all circumcised, and then after the third day with his good and sore, Simeon and Levi, when they killed them jokers, man. He wouldn't kill all of them. Yeah.
That's right.
It wasn't ordered to do it, but they just did it on their own. So that's what made it bad, made it worse. He gave a bad name to Abraham. Abraham, right? Abraham? Jacob. Gave a bad name to Jacob. And because Jacob was known in the area as good. You know, he was a prominent man. But those brothers went and did that evil act that wasn't ordained to do, which gave Jacob a bad name.
And those two brothers today are on an island together.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got Haiti and you got the other half, the Dominican Republic. And we're going to read about them in Genesis chapter 49, verse 5. Read this, Warrior.
I got it. We at Genesis 49 and
5.
verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Uh-huh.
Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations.
Instruments of cruelty are in their habitation. What are these instruments of cruelty? Anybody know? And their habitation is over there in the island. What is their instrument of cruelty?
Like Machetes?
No.
What are they known for? What is Levi and them known for? Levi is the Haitians. What are they known for? Wait, sis.
Give her a hand. That's on the left hand side. That instrument of cruelty is on the left hand side. The Lord ain't down with that. Right. And what do the Dominican Republic? What do they practice over there? They don't do voodoo. They do something else.
I forgot the name for it. It's like Santa something.
You got it.
Santa Maria.
Get her
There you
hand.
go, Santa Maria. Right.
Santa Maria. All right, read.
Khan, this is verse 6. O my soul, come not thou into their secret.
Don't come into their secret. It's a secret. Only they know how to do this up. Don't come into their secret. And guess what? Don't get them mad. You know when the Haitians mad, you get them Haitians mad. Hey, we know what go down, man. You know what I mean? That's how they defeated the French, man. Don't play with them. All right? Can you see what they did to the Canaanites?
Right.
By their sister. All right? And guess what? That's why America, they can't stand them Haitians, man. Them Haitians gonna fight.
That's right.
They know that. They free themselves from slavery, man. How long was in slavery for? Like 10 years?
No, I think it was longer than that. It was slavery for a while.
I don't
not
think
sure.
so.
I'm not
I
sure
think
how long.
in the early. They were the first people.
Oh yeah, the first ones there.
Yeah, they were the first one to free. Yeah,
The first one to free.
Yeah, they the first one to free themselves, man. They weren't playing that. All right,
They weren't playing.
And America mad because they can't have their influence over there. They can't control them. I mean, that's why they want to starve them and stuff like that.
It's like Bakud I don't know what you're saying. And they're starving. They don't want any of the outside people to help them. The French, the Spanish. If anybody helped them, America cutting them off. That's why Haiti's going to be still poor till whenever, because they're still upset. Even though Haiti paid back all the reparations back to them, millions of dollars they paid them back to them, they still cut them off. And that's why they're upset with the Haitians to this day. They'll never be a great nation over there, living in that area. They'll never be.
Yeah, right. Give me a hand.
You want to finish it off, sir?
But they're gonna be a great nation when God come back.
That's right.
All right, believe that. All right. Where you at?
You want to finish verse 6? Still got, not come to their secret.
Go ahead, finish it. You can finish it off.
Do not come into their secret unto their assemblies. My honor, be not thou united. Be not thou united. For in their anger they have slew a man. In their self-will they dig down a wall.
That's right. All right. Okay. Okay. What we had on Numbers 26 and what?
And I could add with that
12,
too.
sir.
Go ahead.
That's why they fight to this day. Them two brothers fighting today. Levi and Haitian always fight against each other. All to this day they fight.
It's another scripture in the Bible where it says they're gonna be divided. I forgot where it's at.
That's the next verse, sir. Okay, read
Yeah, read that.
Come. This is Genesis 49:7. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel.
He would divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. They were scattered to this island, and they divided in this island. They can't stand one another.
They cannot stand each other.
You got the Haitians. You know what I mean? They know they black, but you got the Dominican Republic. They say I ain't black.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they don't have nothing to do with the Haitians because they think they ain't black. When they black as they black as the beat. You can go to the Dominican Republic stores, they grocery stores up north.
Yeah.
You got some black as me, man. You know what I mean? They black. I mean, nappy hair too.
That's it, yeah.
But they'll tell you I ain't black. Go ahead.
And what they're doing now in Dominican Republic, they're sending these are Dominican people, but if they have Haitian heritage, they're sending
That's right.
them back over to Haiti.
That's right.
And Haiti's telling the Dominicans, we're not taking them. Like, those are Dominican people. You can't just send them back over here. So these Dominicans with Haitian heritage, because they're black, so it's the quote-unquote light-skinned Dominicans
That's right.
sending dark-skinned Dominicans back over to Haiti because they're saying that's where you really belong. And the Haitians are like, we're not taking them. They're Dominicans. Like, they need
That's
to stay
right.
over there. So these people have, like, nowhere to go.
Right.
This has been going on for a few
That's
years
right.
now.
That's right. And just to piggyback on what she's saying, sister, it's true. She bears some heavy points about that because even going back, they had a president that when the Haitians went over to the Dominican Republic, there was a word. I know this stuff because my ex-rib, she was a Dominican.
Right.
And so it was a word that they was to say. And if the Haitians couldn't say that word correctly, they'd send them back over there. Either they'd kill them or they'd send them right back over to Haiti. That was the order by their president, who the president was a dark-skinned Dominican, but he would put on makeup to make himself look lighter because he didn't want to be a dark-skinned man. This went on throughout the Dominican history. That's why Haitian and Dominican always fighting to this day. Not only because it's divine ordained by the Lord, because he punished them, he gave them a curse for that, but you can see it play out to this day. The islands, and the only thing that's separating the whole island between them two is a river.
Yep.
A river right there. And they come to that river and they fight. They're not letting you in, they ain't letting you in, they kick you back over here, you're throwing you back over there, and it's just a massacre. And the thing is, they're brothers. They're brothers. Right. The only way you don't get that is here in Isupk. You got Dominicans and Haitians together, living in solidarity and serving and helping each other. Here only in Isupk. You understand?
Yeah, I'm right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, right. All of us gonna be joined together in ISBK. Not just the Dominicans, the Mexicans, the Native American Indians, all of us, man.
The Guatemalans, all our Spanish brothers and sisters are our people, man. And some Israelite groups say that the Spanish are not us. But just like I don't want to bring it out, the daggone Reubenites and Seminoles, they went through slavery, and also our Indian and our Spanish brothers and sisters went through slavery on them ships just like we did, man. Just like we did.
Yeah, man, and guess what? They still in hell. They getting locked up on the borders in cages, that's like dogs.
That's right.
And some of them be working for nothing.
Yeah.
Working for peanuts, man. But we got the nerve to try to get mad at them for coming over here, building up our homes, doing the work that we don't want to do. Right? I mean, how can you get mad at them? But see, you're mad at them because you got the mark of the beast.
That's right.
Those Christians got the mark of the beast. They hate their brothers because their oppressors hate them. That's why they don't like Mexicans and stuff. That's right. I mean, because the oppressors don't like them. They do whatever their little spiritual daddy tell them to do.
That's right.
Know what I mean?
Okay.
All right. Okay, we kind of running low on time. So, we're going to say these prayers, all right? Amaja, which means stand. Blow the horn, boy.
I like that. That's how I cry. That's how I cry.
La Yashala.
Say one prayer. You put this on your shoulder though.
Sound kind.
We're gonna do the Lord's Prayer. Maja, which means stand. Lapan Hagudan, face the east. We'll do the Lord's Prayer in English.
This Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanau. Shabbat Shemayim. Madash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakuka. Taba'ah. Watazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Baharataza. Kawa. Hayah. Washemayim. Natananau. Nakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalakina. Kabawafina. Kasalakina. Kabawafina. Wala'ah. Taba'ayina. Balasai Wan. Abal. Hawashai Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wala'ala. Watapara. La'awala Aman.
In the Lord Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be my name. Thy kingdom will come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. To forgive our debts. As we give our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power of the glory. Forever so be it. Amen.
SARS, turn. The Shabi, be seated.